I'd just like to welcome everyone to be in this session. Thank you so much for coming in. Um, the title of this session is about how BCA is embracing on fintech and retailers collaborations. I won't really have any presentation slides in details or anything like that. It's more like I would like to tell you and explain how BCA is truly embracing on this and how we collaborate for our fintech and retailer types of engagement while having two of our partners here on the stage. If you may be aware, a lot of the companies now and a lot of the articles are all saying about how fintech is the way of the future. They need to do a lot of collaborations with the big firms and things like that. But the way BCA sees it is not all about getting into virtual account. It's not all about technicality, okay? There are so many angles, no offense if you guys are coming from fintech, but there are so many angles that are not yet covered by those companies. I'll give you an example. For example, if it's in Indonesia, compliance, risks, and things like that, there is no doubt bank is the most secured one. And a lot of the time, fintech only focus in one single angle, UI, technical integration. But as a bank, we do have a breadth of capabilities covering compliance, risk, business, and so on. On top of that, one thing that BCA also believe in is fintech has no market. BCA, we do have a lot of markets. You can be the best technology partner, but if you don't have the market, then your business won't grow either. And that's not a value that BCA can bring in. We have so many customers, especially SMEs, that could be relevant to you guys. And that's what I meant by the next level of collaboration. So if you are telling us that, okay, I've got this so many business ideas, we won't just be sporting it. We want to make sure it's stable. We want to make sure that it's scale up. Why? Because once we give you the list of our customers, we don't want to upset them. And we can't really upset them. And we want to make sure our partner is also solid. Okay? BCA, we are now having a venture capital arm. We are start investing in some of this fintech startup technology that is helping the bank's business. At the same time, we do have a dedicated team that start supporting it, API, virtual account connectivity, and things like that. So to tell you more about our experience, I just want to introduce you to two of our fintech partners that we've been collaborating with. First one is Hiro. He's from Wallex. I'm going to let them explain first in terms of what business they are in. And the second one is Ellie from Click ACC. And then we can have like casual, interesting session, how they're actually collaborating with us and how we are actually helping their business also. Okay? So, Hiro, it's all yours.
Hello. Hi, good morning. My name is Hiro. I'm one of the co-founders of Wallex. Excuse me. We are a cash management tool to help companies do their FX and overseas payments. Now, before I dive into anything, I'd just like to add on to Armand's points on banking. You know, banks have facilitating or helping fintech companies grow, right? These days, we say when we hear fintech, we hear of disruption. We hear companies trying to fight the banks and replace their core products. But I don't think that's true. No matter what, in order to do anything as a company, the first thing that you need is a bank account, right? Without a bank account, you're not going to go anywhere. So I see fintech I guess I see Wallex as a complementing arm, an extension of a bank, and where we can help even upsell their products. Now on Wallex, right? As I mentioned, we help companies make cross-border payments. We do their FX and payouts on behalf of our clients. So how does this work? Just to give an example, let's say you're an import company in Jakarta, right? You have suppliers to pay in China, US, Japan, so forth. You have FX needs to USD, yen, renminbi. What you do is that you send, let's say you have suppliers to pay, you will send us the IDR into our accounts in Jakarta, and we have banking partners across the globe where we do local payouts. So by doing so, we minimize the overseas transaction fees, and we can give you very, very attractive FX rates. If you check the FX rate on our website and on xe.com, it's pretty much the same. So our value propositions is that we can trade in over 30 major currencies. We do payouts to over 140 countries. And the most interesting thing is that we allow you to have multi-currency balances. So this is what I mean by an extension of the banking arm. Let's say in BCA, you have an account here. They let you have IDR accounts, but maybe you need an euro account. Maybe you have payments to make in euro, but you can't open a euro account here. We allow you to have the accounts in euro and other currencies as well. So that's what I mean. And also, how do you say it? When we, how we complement the banks is that we can acquire new customers for the banks as well. And BCA has been very accommodating and helping us, for one, open our local bank accounts, and also to refer us their SME clients, because if I'm not mistaken, BCA has the largest SME footprint across the country. So that's where we stand. And we're a Singapore-based company, but we're very aggressive and bullish on setting up our business here in Indonesia to help Indonesian SMEs make their cross-border payments. I think that's all for Wallex. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiro. So, like what Hiro was saying, it is truly complementary. If you're asking us, majority of our accounts is USD, Singapore dollars, probably yuan. But then some of the companies of our clients, they do a lot of payments in euro or sterling. What's going to happen with that? As a bank, we can't really provide that due to regulations and so on. This guy comes into the picture. So what BCA has been doing so far, after getting to know and doing a detailed due diligence of Wallex, we think that there is a possibility then we start opening up our clients and say, okay, for example, for a SME, probably paying BCA exchange rate with the process, you need to have a lot of underlying infrastructure and so on. It will be quite a nightmare procedure. So if that is the case, I'm just going to pass that on into him. Why don't you manage them? So everyone is happy. Our customers is happy. Wallex gets the upside. And BCA, in this case, we are truly helping both our customers and our partners as well. Okay, so that's how the collaboration that has been done so far. And on top of that, there is another interesting thing for BCA, that working with FinTech, it does open up our mind. And Ellie can tell more about that one. But if you've been applying or have had applied mortgage or small loan with BCA, probably the earliest time you're going to get response is either 14 days or a month. She can do it probably in 20 minutes to tell you whether you are eligible or not. Don't get me wrong, and the reason being because I am so regulated. BCA is very regulated that we can't really disburse something quickly. We need to do a very detailed due diligence. But now the world becomes digital, and that is where she comes into the picture, and then she actually helped us a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna let her now explain in more details what she's doing, and then after that probably we can have a further discussions with the audience as well. Okay.
Okay, actually, Click ACC is digital online platform we work for lending money, and then we acquire the customer or the borrower. We do together with BCA. They give us reference, and currently we have a big customer or big borrower that we do distribution financing for one of telco company. Currently, we have about 1,700 users that apply loan from our platform. And then BCA help us to monitor the compliance of our procedure, our agreement. And then when we do disbursement, they help us to disburse the loan through API and host to BCA application more quick and faster.
Okay, so yes, what he's doing is pretty much online lending. A lot of people are doing online lending, but one thing that I like about Click ACC is they do something very specific in a vertical industry. So the example that he just gave us was a telco company. One of the telco, they got so many distributors. You know how it works in telco. For sometimes telco say, hey, you guys, my distributor, why don't you buy my top-up voucher for this much at this month? And then the distributors will say, I would like to have that, but then I won't have enough money. So what the telco says, okay, I'll help you. You talk to this Click ACC, okay? And then this telco is using Click ACC two things. First one, Click ACC, please do help the distributors to raise some fund depending on their performance. And please do let me know how are they doing in terms of paying the loan back. Because if there is a tendency of default, then the telco will feel, oh, there is something wrong with this guy, they're not honest enough to me. Then they will also going to make them into a blacklist. So this is for me is a very, that's why we believe partnering with Click ACC is because it's a truly partnership where every single one of them is adding value. Can you imagine? Click ACC is not just giving the loan, but also tell the performance of the payments to the retailers, to the telco company. So the telco has more confidence what is the performance of the distributors, and their business is also growing. And the retailers or distributors, they're also very happy. So the way it works last time, we are playing the big guys. The amount of money that we're distributing is mostly with the big guys. But then when it goes to be honest, like we are used, if you're telling us we need to distribute loan for 50,000 US and above, we know exactly what to do. But if you're telling us that we need to distribute money for 1,000 US or even 500, we are confused what to do. So that is where she's adding value. So whenever we do have requests from our customer asking for a small loan of denomination, we just pass on to her and she will be the one who's processing it. But wait a minute, there is one thing. She's our partner. We need to make sure that she's also comply. We check how is her legal documents against each individual borrowers, whether it's strong enough to protect the lender or not. So what's not on top of that, because this online lending platform is not under their book value. They actually open up for everyone to be the lender or borrower as well. And they also have what you call as the one that you give to the employee. How do you call that? Okay, employee loan. They also have an employee loan. So if you own an SME business or a corporate, you want to do some kind of employee loan, that's something that also provided by them. That's why, because they're so vertically integrated in terms of business, the focus is there. They can easily, 20 minutes, tell you that whether you are eligible for a loan or not, because the way they're processing things is way, way much faster compared to BCA. I'm not saying that we are not fast. We are fast, but everything still following all the regulation that is mandated by OJK or BI. Okay. The other thing that I want to ask Hero probably, can you give us more example, type of clients that you think will be having you, as a value added compared to the bank?
Of course. So the first example I gave was a classic import customer who has suppliers to pay across the world. But the other type of customers that we are targeting and we are onboarding as we speak are e-commerce customers or travel agents. Travel agents makes a great use case because let's say you're a travel agent here in Jakarta. You have inventory to pay in Thai baht, in Vietnamese dong, Philippine peso, and so forth. But your clients, your customers are paying you in IDR. How do you manage your FX on that? Right now, I think most travel agents get a rate card or they have a reference rate off Google and they just adjust their IDR FX based on that. And it's not executable. What Wallex can provide are API connections to feed you FX rates in those currency pairs that are executable. So as soon as a customer buys your ticket or hotel in IDR, that FX rate is locked in and we help the travel agents settle in the currencies that they need to pay out. So I think that's a pretty important value add that we can add to these clients because I don't think a lot of companies really think about how much FX eats into their cost, how much FX or foreign currency affects their business. And there's a lot of savings that you can make once you are able to manage these FX properly. Another key feature that we add is forward contracts, right? Let's say you have an invoice to pay at the end of next month or 2 months later, but you like the rate now. We allow you to lock in that rate and settle at a future date. So you don't have to pay us until a month later, for example, but you have that rate locked in today.
Okay, good. So that is something that probably BCA cannot provide for everyone. Okay, there are certain premium customers. If you want to have a forward rate, a very attractive interest rate, we can do, yes. But then what this guy can do is for SME, for any type of businesses, even for individuals, you have a very attractive rate. I'm not too sure if you are familiar with our eBCA rate, our electronic rate. It's already very competitive. For some reasons, and I don't know how they did it, they're actually more also very attractive compared to that one. Okay, so that is another thing that we are embracing as well. We believe that the world now has evolved and it's all not about a BCA. It's about how BCA can benefit their customers and bring all these new technology partners come to the pictures as well. Please do remember, you have how many customers now? 1,700? Starting when?
October 2016.
October 2016, and now it's January. 1,700 customers with a value of billion rupiah. For me, that is quite impressive. We are where we are now after so many years, but with the technology and how the digital platform enables everyone, it's actually, they can overleap that stage and now they become, a quite significant player as well in the industry. Now, I'm gonna explain to you more about what BCA is doing in this FinTech collaborations, and also if you are an industry player, like retailers or whatever business that you are in. So, first of all, if you would like to know what partners or who they are that you would like to deal with, you can use BCA anyway as someone who's doing the due diligence for you. Because all the companies that come to us, we are doing the cross-check. Yeah? I'm sure there are so many fintech companies that are approaching you. There are so many digital platform technology companies that are approaching you. But sometimes you're not too sure yet about their confidence and things like that. You can use us as their vehicle, either doing cross-check or just simply asking us, hey, can you tell me what sort of companies that can help me doing this? That's something that we can do. And that is what our venture capital arm doing as well, because a lot of a database of the fintech that might be relevant to our businesses. But if you're asking me about all this technology that not banking related, sorry, I can't really do that at this moment because OJK doesn't allow us to do so. Okay, that's the first thing. What's next? We do funding. So if some of you are fintech companies looking for funds, if you already have a product market fit, looking for Series A and ready to launch in the big time, we can help you. Again, going back to my initial point, it's not all about the money. What we have, we are the gateway to the Indonesian market. That is what these two people have experienced with us. I don't put money in them. We don't put money within each one of their companies. Okay? But they are leveraging our customers. And as you may be aware, majority of our customers are top-notch. They are the industry-leading players in their respective businesses. So they can leverage that easily. The other thing also, what we are doing is that we are helping you or also do some kind of reference if you need to have some kind of integration platform, how you can actually doing a lot of, let's say, connecting the new technology with your legacy technology, okay? I experienced myself and we experience ourselves because we are very highly secured. They are struggling to actually do a lot of investment just to meet our security standard. Starting from the VPN technology, starting from the host-to-host type of connectivity, everything, enterprise grade, right? But then this is the time where, okay, now we are being quite flexible, knowing that we guarantee you, the bank is so secured. If you are our partner, we can put your servers in our environments as well. So we do have what we call as a satellite cloud that is in the enterprise grade of a security in the level of a banking, run by our big global partner in terms of security and cloud provider also. And by doing that, I know you probably can't afford, I'm not saying everyone, but then the enterprise grade. But there is one of our mandate of requirements for you to be able to connect with us. So a lot of varieties that we could do in terms of collaboration with BCA, because it's not all just about technicality, but the legal, we do review legals, we do review a lot of things, okay? Obviously, there has to be a real value to our customers as well, and it has to be win-win for everyone. So from these two partners that we have, they're not selling BCA. They're selling themselves. They're selling their products, their capabilities. But we do support them from behind because we are a truly platform in this case where we are connecting our customers, all businesses, also as the partners. I'm sorry, I got a message that time is up. So, but would love to hear if you have any questions to us, or we can also discuss it separately after the session.
Thank you very much. Bapak Arman Wijaya and friends, Senior VP from BCA. So as we all know, BCA, there is also a booth at the exhibition floor. So if you would like to visit and meet them at the booth on their floor. Thank you.
Oh, one thing, sorry, I forgot. A sponsor message. If you do have questions, please do call us BCA and get in touch with a cash management unit. They'll be the one who link you up. They will be your account partner, account manager that will be able to link you up to all the aspects within BCA that can help you with the fintech retailers type of collaboration. Thank you again. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Hiro and
Thank you.
Ellie.
Thank you,
Thank
Arman.
you for your time.